Thank
Hi,
you for inviting
thank
us.
you.
Great. So I'll start with yourself, Ashwani. So,
Yep.
who are you? Just simple
I
question.
yeah, I'm Aishwati. I am project technical engineer. I'm working with Schneider right now. Yep.
And
Uh, and I joined as graduate project technical engineer. Currently, project technical engineer.
wow,
And I'm working as part of Microsoft project right now.
in
Yep.
Ireland.
Yeah. And Grange Castle.
Oh, not too far
Yeah.
away from here.
No, no.
Joy, can you beat that or equal that?
I'll try. Hello everyone. So, I'm Joy Vargas. I'm currently working as a graduate field service engineer BMS. So, I've been with Schneider for a year and a half. So, throughout my time in Schneider, I've been part of commissioning large data center project, and currently I am working on another center project site. So my day-to-day routine would be uh, installing and commissioning equipment or devices, provide a hands-on support to the senior engineers, and also communicating and working with other trades on site, making sure that whatever we commission, that we'll be able to get the data back to our system, to the BMS Schneider software.
So you're a relative veteran at this stage, 1.5 years doing what you're doing. Wow. And that's just, but what's really wonderful about what you said was most of people who were in the industry did some other industry first. They were in pharmaceuticals or they were in something else. You guys are getting your first exposure in data centers as it's an industry established, growing, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
Ashwadi,
Yep.
so you're a trainee, is that right? Project technical, you were a trainee.
I was graduate project technical engineer. Currently, I am just project technical engineer.
So
Like,
that is some mouthful of a title. It's a very impressive title. But
yeah.
what does one of them do?
Uh, okay, like project technical engineer, or we can simply say EPMS engineer. Like
Oh,
we
I
are
don't want to
like,
get into acronyms now. Once we go down that three-letter acronym, that's when you lose me completely.
yeah.
So
It,
what what do you do? What's a typical day, I guess?
okay, like as a project technical engineer, like I do like managing, delivering EPMS projects. So, which include like commissioning large scale of EPMS systems, like configuring, addressing, and testing like multiple power meters, PLCs, gateways, and completing associated documents. And yeah, like then sometimes we will get like communication issues or something. We have to troubleshoot and resolve the problem. Yeah, it is fun.
Well, one of the things that I'll ask both you
Yeah.
is that when you were starting college, or step back even slightly less, when you were deciding what course to take,
Yeah.
was what you're doing now what you envisaged you'd end up doing whenever that was?
No. Uh, like I'm coming from India and I did my bachelor's in applied physics, which main courses are like physics and electronics. Then I did my master's in physics. Then I end up doing like some data analyst job, like for like junior position in 2 years. Then when I did that one, I thought of doing masters in data analytics, so that I came to Ireland. But then like I did freelance work here and in Corona time, and I thought of no, this is not my way. Like I have to change the field. Then I applied for Schneider and end up with this job.
Wow,
Yeah.
I need an organizational chart just for that. That's a lot. And Joy, same question to yourself. When you were looking at your career or applying for courses, was what you're doing now exactly where you want to be?
Now it's completely different. So in college, I studied electronics and communication engineering, and then I furthered on like studying more communication engineering and computer engineering. So I actually never thought that I would be in an engineering career path because throughout my secondary school, I've always considered nursing as my path, but I've always been like intrigued by like technologies and like innovation and all these automations. And my sister at that time, she was also she was studying engineering, so she played the such a big role to in my decision to switch into an engineering career. So she was the one that exposed me to like working on like the hardware and software and creating small project for college. So this exposure motivated me to change my career path. So
Wow.
yeah,
So I
so it's
get,
completely different.
I guess if everything works out fantastic, you won't thank her. But if everything doesn't go fantastic, you'll say, "Look what you did to me." But
I will blame her.
you blame her, right? Okay, okay. But I think really what that demonstrates is that at the moment in September, we have a lot of young people who are choosing careers based on what they have learned or been told they'd be good at. And there'll be a lot of them disappointed, won't there?
Yeah.
And your two examples, though, are just highlighting the fact that it's all stepping stones,
Yeah.
really. The next question is always the interesting one. And I'll try and hide it from your boss. What do you love and what do you not love so much? Who wants to take the love first? And then we'll switch it. Okay, okay. Joy, that gives you more time to say, well, not so. You can also say pass if you.
Uh,
What do you love?
what I love the most about my job?
Yes.
Okay. So I would say like our job is like mostly site work. So it is kind of like we are meeting every day. We are meeting new people, and like we are working with different people from different company. So like actually we are building our network so big. Like it is so much like uh, I don't think like as I worked in data analyst field, so it was like office work mostly. So just we are meeting just like 5 or 6 people every day. But in this field I mostly like that, but like we are meeting lots of people and we are interacting with them. We are like we are making our network so big. And yeah, that is
It's a
like,
really, it's a really, really interesting observation, isn't it? That you're building digital infrastructure
yeah,
to allow people to communicate all over the world without being in the room. And
yeah,
the bit you like the most is being in a room with people, huh?
yeah. It's like because I had that experience too, so
Yes,
I can compare very easily like how it will be and
it's
how I am now. Like
it's
it
so
is
great.
it
And
yeah,
that's also called experience, where you
yeah,
end with a blended, it has to
yeah.
be blended. Joy, you've had way too much time to think about what you don't like. So what is it?
What I don't like or what I love. I think I have
Well,
more of
we're
what I
going,
love about my
okay,
job.
well, we get to that, but I want to know what you don't like so much first.
I would say not hate about my job, but it was quite challenging for me is having not much electrical background. So, BMS is a mixture of a lot of different things, a lot of different fields, different systems. So it was quite challenging at the start. But I do have a supportive team and they're amazing and they're always there to support me, to mentor me, especially when I'm working on site. And they're just always ready whenever I needed help.
So come on,
And
you're bursting. You're
another
bursting to
thing,
tell us what you love. Come on.
what I love. So so the first thing would be I love how it's different every day. So it challenges me to learn new things and pushes me beyond my comfort zone, which gives me a sense of like achievement and purpose whenever I get to contribute to a project's like successful completion. Another thing would probably be that I love how my role integrates a lot of like diverse system, and I like how I'm able to see how each of these systems interact with each other and how it contributes to like the overall functionality of the building and the success of the project, where customers are satisfied with the result, which is the most important thing. And just like Ashwati, I working on big projects, working in construction site, meeting a lot of different people with like different stories and different background. And it's probably one of the reason why I love this job as well, because I am not limited to who I can interact with, not just like with the Schneider people, but also with the other people from the other company, and being able to learn a lot of different things from each of the individual people.
I think that's
So it's probably why I like it.
It's one of the things that we learn early in our career, and if we can adapt it, is that you might be great. I'll use a soccer analogy. You might be a great goalkeeper, but you need a forward and you need a back and you need a this. And actually, as both of you have said, interpersonal skills, you know, different geographies, different cultures, different all this types of stuff, it all comes in to the play of a successful project. Final question to both. What would you tell an 18-year-old version of yourself?
Should I go first?
Yeah.
So I would say embrace failure and uncertainty. So rather than actually fearing failure, think of it as like a stepping stone towards success. So every setback present an opportunity to learn and to grow stronger, and embracing failure builds up our resilience and courage. And as we all know, like life is full of twists and turns, and uncertainty is our constant companion. So I would tell my 18 years old self that to never let this fear dictate what I can achieve in life, and to always just go for it, just go for every opportunity that arises. And whatever the result is, whether it's good or bad, you would always learn something out of it that would help you in the future. So that's probably what I would tell my 18 years old self.
I would say like when I was like doing my schools and all, like I was always wondering like what I will end up with, like what course whenever I have to take a step, like I will think like what is next step. I was very scared of taking like, okay, what is next step? I did like everything in a flow. Then I would say like don't be scared, like you're in right path, like just go with that flow. Like I don't think like whatever we study or like what job background we have right now, it doesn't matter. Like if we have like passion and like enough confidence, and if we have like supporting team or like whatever, like one support system or something, we will end up with what we need. I think so.
I have to say, between the two answers, you could actually write a book. The two of you, you could maybe do a self-help book for 18-year-olds or something, because you've way too much knowledge and empathy and all those wisdom things that people don't even have when I'm my age. So, Aswathi and Joy, it's been short, sharp, and very interesting. It's been great. I think you've highlighted all that's great. All that's great about the opportunity in digital infrastructure, the tools available, the human interface opportunities and stuff. And all I can say is thank you, and wish you the very best in the rest of your careers.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.